Welcome back to the Fresh Shopping Network. We're inside the Countryside Kitchen once again talking about local products, businesses, service, and local merchants. And Courtney, we have quite a gadget here today.
Pretty neat.
Isn't that neat? Our first item in this segment is Hoover Lumber and Coal, and they want to tell you about the Earthway Cedar. It's for home gardens. This is fantastic. Really, I'm not much of a gardener. I don't know about you.
I'm going to try to.
Well, more and more people are beginning to get into gardening for the very first time. And if you're one of those, this would be the ticket. Let me show you what we have here. This cedar is so cool. It's got a little stand here that you'll want to release when you get going. Now, the seed goes right inside this hopper. And inside the hopper, you'll see a plate. And the plates are all according to what kind of seed you have in the hopper.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it'll drop down peas if you use the pea plate right there. If you want to go with sweet corn or beans, there's a plate for that. For radishes, you name it, there's different plates for the different seeds that go into the hopper. Now you might want to ask yourself, well, you know, that's all well and good, but how do I keep those rows from being pretty consistent? Well, there is a little gadget here that comes down like this. And as you push the cedar forward, it will track your rows, which is really great, especially for those first-time gardeners who know very little about gardening, like me. But there's also a trench digger here. The seed comes down, it falls right in back of that trench digger, and then it has the rear wheel that follows and covers up the seed. Isn't that
Pretty
cool?
neat.
That is really cool. It is the garden cedar. It's from Hoover Lumber and Coal, and you can check them out on our website at myfresh.tv. Courtney, I'm going to give this to you if you don't mind. Congratulations, you've just won the garden cedar. But it's a great product and a great company too, Hoover Lumber and Coal in 4 Acre. Well, we want to go up north a little bit to Michigan and tell you about tax remedies. David Losey, the certified public accountant, has been very busy. And now, you know, CPAs who get through the month of April, they can finally take a deep breath. And David is there to help you, especially if you have any IRS problems or challenges. And they do come in bunches, it seems like. There's a lot of people that have some sort of an IRS issue. In fact, David Losey says approximately 70 million people are delinquent with the Internal Revenue Service. Now, if you're one of them, you can call and get some help through tax remedies. They're in Sturgis, Michigan, and you can go to our website at myfresh.tv and get the phone number and contact information for David Losey. But if you owe the IRS some money, they can help you. Either put together some sort of a payment plan, which they call an offer in compromise. They can also set up installment plans with the Internal Revenue Service. They can negotiate for you, which is really key. And again, it's tax remedies. They're in Sturgis, Michigan, and they can help anyone watching regardless of where you happen to live, up into southwest lower Michigan, down further south in Indiana. Good people and folks that can really help you out. Again, tax remedies. Go to myfresh.tv for the contact information. Well, Courtney, you had quite a lunch this afternoon, and so did I. Wasn't it delicious?
Well. It was very good. We had some burritos, which Mexican food is my favorite, so it was right up my alley. And we had some Spanish rice and broccoli salad, which is also one of my favorite things, and then some sugar cookies, which are always delicious. The desserts there are fantastic. From the Wooden Gauge restaurant, which also has Mario's Catering and Move Over Martha, which are 3 great businesses all into one. And the Wooden Gauge restaurant, about 5 minutes away from downtown Elkhart. Really a quaint little place to eat. They've got, you know, new menu items, and it's just a place you want to go and take your friends for a great lunch or dinner and a fun atmosphere. And then Move Over Martha, which is, well, like I say every week, the Avon of food services. The food speaks for itself. It's really a neat concept. You have a party, they bring the food, and you can order it, and it is so affordable, and it's great for the family on the go or the single person that, I know for me, it's hard to buy groceries because sometimes I buy too much and it goes to waste. So this is a perfect idea for anyone, really.
Sure.
And then Mario's Catering, which is something you'll want to consider with wedding season, like we've talked about already in this first segment, is right around the corner for catering for that, graduations, parties, a good place to go for all those needs. So you can go to our website, myfresh.tv, to find out about all those different venues of that.
And it's fresh, and no pun intended, here on the Fresh Shopping Network. The food that Linda brings each and every week here to the set, it's so delicious.
It is, and it's homemade. Lots of love goes into it.
Lots of love. And what's really important, like you mentioned, the price point. It's very,
Very affordable.
very affordable. Again, go to our website, myfresh.tv, and you can link right on to the information there that you heard Courtney talk about when it comes to Mario's Catering and Move Over Martha. Well, one final segment here to talk about during this portion of our show, and it is a great service that has helped even Courtney Wallin out. And we're going to talk about Northern Indiana Back Institute. Now, you went there with some pretty intense pain,
I did.
and you are looking pretty good. You're standing straight.
I'm standing straight. I can.
And you're working out again?
I am. And today, I didn't tell you this. This is impromptu.
Right.
I did a push-up after about a month and a half of that not even being an option at all, and I did 45 already this morning. So
45 push-ups.
45 push-ups to go from
Whoa.
0 to 45. And I'm able to do it. And that was something I really honestly didn't think I'd be able to do for a long time. So it was about a month.
I'm
and
impressed.
I'm able to do it now.
Well, Northern Indiana Back Institute can get you back on the road as well. If you have a lower back or neck issues, pain there, they can help you in particular with spinal decompression. Now, decompression therapy is a clinically proven technique. It's a therapy that involves no surgery, no cutting, and you know, once you cut, you really can't reverse that.
Right.
So that's why I really like what they do at Northern Indiana Back Institute. And many times they take the very worst cases, low back and neck particularly, cases that no one else has been able to help. Surgeons have looked at maybe a patient or two and said, you know, there's not a whole lot we can do to help you here. But those are the kinds of cases Northern Indiana Back Institute have been able to help. And I know Dr. Mark Schneider has told us, and I don't want to speak out of school here necessarily, but I believe their success rate is well over 80–85% in those really tough cases. So check them out, Spinal Decompression Therapy. They are experts at the Northern Indiana Back Institute, and you can go onto our website to link onto theirs at myfresh.tv. Well, we'll be back in just a moment with more of the program, so stay tuned.